Cool. Now, let me just say my own definition of cinematography is the art and science of creating pictures. Art as science of creating pictures. Hello, Ma. You have cinematography anointing your brain. You are not writing anything. No, don't worry. Okay, you can. Yes, creating. Because what cinematographer does is cinematographer, they create pictures. You understand? Like, if I'm telling you a story, listen everybody, if I'm telling you a story, mentally you create pictures with it. Am I communicating? That, okay, let's say that, okay, I went to the park in Oshodi, and from there now, I took a bus to Ikeja. From Ikeja, I met some guys, all these things now. One of them, as I was talking to one person, another person was, me, JJC, was removing my phone from my pocket. Do you understand now? As I'm talking that, giving that this thing, you are already creating pictures. You are welcome, sir. You are already creating pictures. Do you understand? So that is what a cinematographer does. I said something about art and science. Art, because cinematographers are scientists, artists. They draw. And what are the mediums? What are the things they use to draw? It's just the camera and light. Look at the back there. There's a light. Can you see now? Please look at my face. Look at my face. Please put up the light. Can you see now? Is it okay? Put it on, sir. Just watch my face. Any difference? Yes. Okay. So God is the one that created things. We know He created the sun and the moon, and that is what we are trying to do with our light. You know, there was a time the sun was high, and we can see everywhere lit. Abi? But it got a particular time that the camera cannot see very well like it used to be. So they have to put light to simulate what was happening before so that they can see. So we use light to test, to create pictures. We also use camera. When you have a story, all this our mommy had taught us, you know, before you can bring those things into television or film, you have to create pictures. But as a cinematographer, you can't work alone, you know, because we always work like a team. Like I mentioned the Johnsons. In that the Johnsons, a lot of things are happening at the background that you don't get to see. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, for instance, surprisingly, I'm going to tell you something now. You know Jennifer's, in the Johnsons, when you watch the Johnsons, the Jennifer's house. The Jennifer's house and Goodluck is in the same building. Some of you may not know. Goodluck's office is also in the same building. You understand? Yes, it's in the same building. So those are the two sets, no, three sets that are in the same building. Do you understand? But you don't get to see those things. You always believe that, oh, maybe this is here, this is in another place, because you don't get to see those things. There are some of you, I'm very sure, that, you know, as you are growing in this thing, you want to always like to be behind the camera. How many of you want to be behind the camera? Maybe as a director, you want to be editor, a camera person, but majority, okay. What would you like to do, sir?
I'd like to know how to take quality pictures and
Okay, as in taking photographs. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, it's a good thing. Any other person, You want to be behind the camera as what? Okay. Yeah. You, sir. Okay, to cover. Is anybody that want to be an editor? Film director. That's what you really like. You want to be a film director. You look like one. Stand up, sir. Let's clap for him. Yes, because I'm sorry to use the word. Directors are always crazy people. You are not crazy. See that. They are crazy because of ideas that you want to bring out something that is not the things that are not existing into existence. Do you understand? That's what a director does. Now, a cinematographer will always work under the director. Director is the overall boss when we get to film location or anywhere. Maybe it's a television program or a film. Director is always the overall boss. He is the one that will tell us what to do, but the cinematographer and let me use also the word because you want to be a videographer, because you can also be a videographer that you know how to cover events. Or some of you maybe in your churches you have media department. How many of you have media department in your church and you would like to join? You understand? Oh, you have already joined. Oh, great, that is it. So from there, because I always encourage people that, if you want to be, because you can't learn everything within these short days. It's not possible. But when you go back, try as much as possible. If you love, maybe behind the scenes, this thing, you can join your media department of the church so that you have access to camera handling. You understand? So that will always help you. So everything you have learned here, so it will also help you. So with the director's vision, that is the vision now, because when we have a script, so this is what we want to shoot. Okay, let's go to the village, let's go to the market, let's go outside here to shoot. We have script that want to, but the cinematographer under the director's instruction will now create those pictures. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So I said something about art and science. The artistic part of it is how we cut those scenes into segments. When you see things, sometimes you see everything. Maybe as we're in this class, we can see everything at the same time. Later, we now discover that the camera is always seeing the person that is talking. Maybe somebody, like when I asked this brother question the other time, we can see his face, the camera will come and pick his face. You understand? All those things, they will put it into segment. That is the artistic part of it. But the scientific part of it is what the camera represents, because it's an electronics. You understand? It's an electronic that has a lens. The lens, the way it functions, we have manual lenses and we have autofocus lenses. The autofocus lenses, they can focus on their own. I don't know if it has happened to you, because I know many of you have phones, Android phones, that you can use to take picture. Do you understand? The focus part of it is that maybe sometimes you want to take a picture and you just discover that the picture is getting blur. In those days when we were learning physics, we used to call it blue red. That's the way they would write it, blur. Can anybody spell blur? B-L-U. It's not double R. No, blood. E-D. It will have E-D. I want E-D. B-L-U-R-E-D. Is it? No, double R. It's double R now. At least I did physics now and I pass them. You want to confuse me? So now, because it is B-L-U, so we now call it blue red. It looks like that. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So we write it like, so we never knew, we always call it blue red until our teacher corrected us that no, it's blur. So when the thing is out of focus, when understand, when they say something is out of focus, that is, the picture is not sharp. I'm not saying the picture is not bright. There's difference between a bright picture and a soft picture. We also use the word soft. That is our language. We have many jargons. For instance, if I say close-up. What can you say a close-up is? It's what? Toothpaste, Abi? It's what? Toothpaste. But in our own concordance in English, in our own jurisdiction or our consistency, close-up is not toothpaste. Is when you compose a shot from your head to your chest, that is what we call a close-up. We also call it it's photographer that they call it mostly portrait, but when it comes to film, we call it close-ups. You understand? So that's what we close it, or close shots. I remember an incident that happened one time. I went to an institution of learning a movie for them. So I was inside. We were shooting inside the room, so the place was so small that it cannot contain everybody. So as I was inside now, I was now trying to tell the continuity person, because she cannot come inside, that okay, the next shot we are taking, I said, I just mentioned close up. The continuity person that will be writing down those shots was there now, listen to me. So we now call action, camera rolling, action. The camera was rolling already, and lo and behold, we were waiting for the actor to come in. What is going on here? I just stopped the camera, and I went outside. Where is the actor now? They said she went somewhere. So we just waited. So when she came back, I said, where did she go? She said that she went to look for close-up. I said, so I'm serious. I'm serious. It happened. So, and I said, close-up. No, I was not talking to you. I was talking to the continuity person, the one that writes down the thing that, okay, what we are saying is that close-up, that is the portrait, let me use the word portrait now, of the actor. When you go to a photographer, they will take your picture. That those pictures, they say, your passport. Yes, exactly. That is another way we can also use. But in our own profession, we call it close-up or close shot. So, therefore, okay, thank you, sir. So that is that. So I'm going to be using many of those things that our language, so that you'll be able to get part of what I'm saying. So I was talking about the lenses. We have different type of lenses that we use to shoot from. Like on the Johnson's movie set, we shoot with 3 cameras. With 3 cameras. One will be taking everybody, and one will be on a close-up of one person that is talking. Another will be on another close-up of another person that is talking. But during post-production, that is where we have editors. They will now bring those rushes together, those materials together, and now cut it. So when Lucky Johnson asks a question from Efe, at that time, sometimes you can see the 2 of them. Later, we now see Efe responding to Lucky, then Lucky alone, Efe alone. Maybe Tari is coming in, you come back to the wide shot. We call it wide shot. That is a wide shot. We accommodate everybody. Then you see everybody coming in. We have Lucky. We have Tari. Where have you been since? You only see Tari alone. So a camera will take that person's close. So the same thing with Tracer 2. They also use 3 cameras too to shoot. You understand? How I wish maybe I know it's going to happen, because during the course of our training, we are going to do more of this thing, practical things, so that you can see how this thing works. I don't want to bore you with many of this thing. Like I'm going to talk about ISO, talk about aperture. A lot of people will start sleeping now, because if I'm going to the scientific part of it. But let's just talk about what everybody can do. I believe you have phones, right? How many of you have taken pictures before? Picture with your phone. I know ladies especially. On this campground, you have taken pictures, several pictures. Eh? Oh, why are you not taking pictures? It's good for memories, sometimes you remember yourself, I was like this, in those days. Okay, stand up, sir. Just look at his face, oh. Look at his face, oh. So in the next 5 years, we will see his after. Okay, thank you. Take a photograph, at least for record purpose, so that I'm going to do the before and the after thing. Thank you, sir. So, you know, that kind of a thing, I know you have your phone, and sometimes, you know, when you take pictures, you have to take this one, delete, take this one, delete. Do you understand now? You do that a lot, especially ladies. She's laughing. I know now, then they do. So, you know, that kind of a thing. So the same way, you know, that's what makes film production, that's why it's different from stage production. Because on stage, you can't come back, you can't say, I'm sorry, I missed my line. But in film, you can say, take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4. Like, look at your back there. Look at your back there. You know, we have 2 cameras, right? I believe one is taking my medium shot, and another one is taking everyone. Do you understand? And I want to say this. I want to say this. There are a lot of things. Listen, everybody. There are a lot of things you can do with this knowledge you are going to have here. You may not have access to a camera like this, but believe me, you can start creating content with your phone. Do you think it's not possible?
It's possible.
Yes. You can start doing that little by little before you know. Is that what?
Ring light.
Ring light, yes, something, yes. You have a ring light, that light that's like circular like this, then you can use it to create your content. Even sometimes, even if you don't have that light in particular, you can start using the natural light. You understand? This one we put on now is the artificial light because we created it by ourselves. But the natural light is the one created by God. And the way God is fashioned light is just so wonderful. Has anybody observed sunrise before? As the sun is rising, what is the color of the sun when it's rising?
Orange.
And when it's setting,
Reddish.
from orange to red, is
Yellow, then red.
So the same way, sure you understand. So when we are also creating film, we also do something like that. That okay, this scene, what time of the day is this thing happening? And I want to tell you why you love most of the film. Can anybody mention a film you love so much?
Harry Potter.
Okay. You mentioned Harry Potter. Anybody? Sir? Okay. No other is like this, have you? His nose looks like Harry Potter. Okay. Any other Nigerian films that you really like? Ura. You like Ura, do you? Okay, great. No. Abattoir? Black Book. You have watched Black Book? Wow. Do you love the film? Okay. You have watched Black film? Very interesting. What did you say? I can't hear you. What is it like?
That's a cartoon to my brother.
No, see, do you know why cartoon is interesting? No, seriously. Do you know? Hello, listen, everybody. Do you know why cartoon is interesting? It's because of the way they are created. Let me say the way they were filmed. You understand? Because you can see, it's just exactly like film, just like PlayStation. Those of you that love play football, you understand? You know they created those. You see Ronaldo the way he always celebrate the same way. So all those, you understand? So the same way they used to create cartoon. Initially, when they started film production, I'm talking about the whole world though. Generally, when the film production started, everybody will just be acting. And everything, you will see everybody, there is no close-up, no medium shot, no anything. Everything will just be happening. As if you are watching a wedding, you know, or in a wedding now, you see how wedding is or when there is a news or whatever. But gradually they started developing themselves as, okay, we can do better now. Instead of this person, we are seeing everybody talking at the same time. Can't we just see the portrait of this? I want to use a word now. Portrait of this person. Portrait of this person. That's how the thing started, gradually and gradually. And I said something about before I mentioned, why do you love some films? It's because of the way they created them. Because when you want to shoot a film, part of it, things that you need to put into consideration is, when did this thing happen? As a cinematographer, you must know when. What time of the day did the event happen? When did it happen? You understand? Is it night? Is it day? Have you seen any film that even you can't even differentiate between night and day? It's very common with the Yoruba films. I'm so sorry. Yes, it's a fact. You don't watch Yoruba film? Okay, I'm going to show you Yoruba film and I will force you to watch it. So you understand now that in some people, it's not every Yoruba film. How many of you watched Jagun Jagun? You love the film? You watch the film and you love it, Abi? One of the reasons why you watch film, why you love the film, it may not have that too tight storyline, but it's the cinematography. Are you getting me? It's the cinematography. The way they told the story using camera. The way the story was told using camera. They were deliberate about it. They were intentional about everything. What about the king woman? Woman king, thank you. Woman king. So I learned that when they wanted to make that Jagun Jagun, because as a filmmaker, sometimes you always have reference. That you want to make a film, okay, which film will look like this film I want to make, so that everybody will gather together, maybe a cast crew, everybody, let's watch this film. And pick some things, then develop on it. Because when you watch the Woman King, Abi, and
That's like they got the ideas from
Woman King. Because when you watch it, you can see some similarities. Like they use that local lamp, that Ogusho. If you see all the exterior shoots, that interior is the exterior. Abi interior. All inside, you will see those things, lamp there, right? The same thing with the Woman King. Do you understand? Yes. Go and watch the film, you will see those things. And so some of those cinematography, this thing that the crane is coming from up, I have some of the makings of the film. Don't worry, we are going to enjoy this class so much. So I'm going to show you those things. Do you understand? A woman is the cinematographer of that film, the Woman King. A woman shot it. A woman directed it. And a woman edited it. Let's put our hands together for our women. Okay. No, they say you are not clapping for the women. Help their ministry. Oh yeah, please help their ministry now. Clap now. I wish she's a woman. I'll be yes now. They started from somewhere. Do you understand? So all those things, they were done by women. And even when you look at the film, it's about there are women story. That's why somebody was castigating that king. That the king was acting like a puppet, something that the king is not too strong. And I know why he was saying that, because it's an African film. So they expected somebody that has the character of Atalania to be that king. No, it was deliberate. They wanted to play down the king so that we can have more of women power. So that's just the idea of the film. So everything, the major part, even the making of the film, was shot by a woman. Yes. So it's more of it's just women this thing. And also it was a multi-camera shoot. So the same way with Jagun, you understand? So like Jagun, it took them like, I think about 30 or 31 days. 31 days. Yes, to shoot the film. And that's why you like it now. That's why you like it. Because you understand? Everything, they were deliberate about it. Do you know, children of God, there's a purpose God brought you to this training. You understand? We have a kingdom, and that's the kingdom of Jesus Christ, that we are going to project. And I believe your generation will do more work for us. Can I hear amen? Amen. Because sometimes, when you watch some of those films outside there, they are always projecting maybe Shango, Ogun, or yeah, this thing. But I believe that God wants to use you to project Christ. Project Jesus Christ in African way to the world. Do you understand? Uh-huh. So I believe that's why God has brought you here. So you are representing a kingdom. But for somebody now to be effective, because the world is going global, don't try to have this mentality of let's just do it anyhow. People, I remember the late professor. She said, Nigerian Christians, they are sympathetic on this. Sympathetic in a way, how? That is, how many of you are in choir here in your church? Okay, so sorry, I'm not trying to. Sometimes even when the choir, they sing rubbish. They will still say clap for them, Abby. Has it happened in your church before? Just to encourage them. It happened. Don't worry, he will lead us. Make sure he's part of the people that will sing. So let him come and do his soprano. So you understand now? So even when it's not done well, they say, they try. And you won't try. No. Don't be among those people that they say they try. Be among people like Daniel. That said, the spirit of excellence was found in him. The spirit of excellence was found in Daniel. That even when he was a slave boy, a captive, they still made him one of the rulers. Why did you think they wanted to put him? They put him in a lion's den. It's because the king was looking at a way of making him to be the leader of about 120. Exactly. That was how they now cook lies against him, and they just put him in. But God delivered him. So I want that spirit of excellence to be in you, and believe that this jagunjagun we just mentioned, we can do something like that. Some of you might have watched War Room. You love the film? By Kendrick's brothers. Fighting the giant. What other? Courageous. And this one that a lady was an athlete. Overcomer, great. You watch that film, Overcomer too. Look at their production. We can do things like that. Do you believe you can do that? So we are representing a kingdom. So have that mentality that I want to be one of the best. In this production line, I want to project Christ. I'm representing a kingdom. Do you understand? Do you believe it's possible? Yeah. So that is just it. So I'm going to just say something. I don't know what time I'm left with now. My own time. I don't know. As you continue. Okay. Because I would like you to ask me questions. Amen. From any of the production you have watched, maybe you have some few questions that you have. So, okay. Let me just quickly create something that I want all of us to work on now. Somebody will just come out with a little experience, maybe that you have used your camera or your phone to take picture to tell a story. There is a boy from a very poor background. The guy was found. No, they wanted to burn him because somebody said the guy stole her phone. They burned the guy. Now, from the perspective of a cinematographer or a cameraman or a videographer, if you want to shoot that scene, how can you shoot it? Do you understand it? Somebody was caught. The tire, they were bringing the tire, just like this one, petrol, with sea matches, and the boy was on the floor begging, please have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. So everybody was there. They wanted to burn him because they said he stole a phone. So if you are a videographer or cameraman, how do you think you can tell that story? Can anybody try for us? No, you decide on how you want to. You tell us how. Create mental pictures with it. I want you to create mental pictures with what I just narrated. You know now. So, but now tell us how you want to film it. Because you want to create picture with your camera and light. So you by yourself decide what time of the day the event happened. You understand? No, don't tell me. You decide. And decide with your mental picture. So then probably you are going to use weather. Maybe the rain is about to fall at that moment, because I want the scene to be very emotional. That even that boy, I want you to pity him. You can also tell your story in a way that people will hate the boy. Has anybody's phone been stolen by somebody before? I know all of you that say yes. I know you are Lagosians. You wanted to fight the person. So how did they state that? Okay, we are still coming back there. So let's just finish this story. So who can, with your mental picture you created, how can you tell the story?